Hi everyone, welcome to The Way She Styles It. I'm Rachael Lockhart and I'm super excited for this video. I'm going to be sharing 8 tips that are going to transform your space and how you live. You don't need to hire a renovator or a plumber or an electrician. All you have to do is watch this entire video. These tips are easy, they're accessible, and they're very doable. So let's get into it. Tip number 1, replacing your hardware. Think about your handles and doorknobs on your kitchen cabinetry or your handles and doorknobs on your doors. You want to switch out the discolored, generic, builder basic hardware for hardware that has charm and character. Better align with your personal style and aesthetic. This is how you start to weave the narrative and tell the story of who you are and what your space is about. Think about replacing your knobs and handles with brass or with a matte black finish or a polished nickel or unlacquered hardware. Unlacquered hardware is very beautiful. It's a living finish and it patinas over time. And this is how you start to get that lived in, aged, vintaged look. Also, changing out your hardware gives you custom. You're getting rid of the builder basic and you're starting to layer in personality pieces. Tip number 2, changing out your light fixtures. Say goodbye to basic lighting. No. Bye-bye. Out the door. Instead, replace your builder lighting with decorative pendants, sconces, chandeliers. You want to think of your lighting in 3 ways. 1 is ambient lighting. Ambient lighting is overhead lighting and it illuminates an entire space. 2 is task lighting, illuminates specific tasks. Think reading, cooking, getting ready, doing your makeup. And then 3 is accent lighting. Accent lighting, that's where you start to layering lighting that gives you the mood, the atmosphere, and the vibes. You also want to think about the color and finish of your light fixtures. So for example, these are opportune moments to introduce interest, personality, charm, character. So you can have light fixtures with polished nickel finish or again with brass. These are all opportunities to make a statement. Like, it's going to create a focal point. It's going to create a moment. It's going to give the space visual interest. It is more noticeable than a basic flush mount installed by the builder. You want to find opportunities to bring in more storied, collected pieces to make your space feel custom, to make it feel further aligned with you and how you use the space and what you want the space to say. Imagine swapping out a basic light fixture for a statement pendant. Like, wow, it's going to completely change the atmosphere and change. Don't forget about table lamps and floor lamps. These are all opportunities to bring in some texture. So when it comes to your lighting, you want to layer in your lighting. You don't want to miss out on your lighting, which brings me to my 3rd point: install dimmable switches. Dimmer switches are designers' secrets to controlling how much light is in the room and to help set the mood and set the tone. This is a fairly easy and straightforward fix. All you have to do is replace the light switch with a dimmable switch. When it comes to the color temperature of the bulb, I recommend a soft white. This is warm, soft, and inviting. It is 3000 Kelvin, and this is a color temperature that's used in homes and hotels. Mood lighting looks beautiful in the evening. Tip number 4, wall treatments. I can go on and on about wall treatments. Don't forget about your walls. Your walls are the largest surface in your home, and I tell you, they speak, they have something to say, they have a story to tell. Elevate your home by introducing architectural features like crown molding. Swap out the generic baseboards for profile baseboards instead. Layer in architectural details like picture frames, wainscoting. These are all opportunities to bring in some interest and some character. Imagine a hallway that has oversized picture frame molding, and the hallway is drenched in, say, a white. Yum, like beautiful. It just gives sophisticated, it gives I'm here, I'm noticeable, but I'm not in your face. Because the profiling of the trim on the walls is doing most of the talking for you. It's adding elegance, it's adding sophistication, it's adding character. Architectural trim is one of the easiest and simplest ways to completely transform your space, to elevate your home. It's gonna make your hallway look curated and custom. And then there's wallpaper. Do not forget wallpaper. Wallpaper is gonna give your space personality. And I'm not talking about accent wall. We don't do accent walls here. Accent walls and feature walls will cheapen the look of your space. Whereas when the room is completely enveloped in the same pattern or the same hue or the same texture, it looks expensive, it looks custom, it looks elevated. So when it comes to your walls, do not forget them. Make sure you're thinking about your wall treatments, introduce architectural trim, wallpaper, and paint. When it comes to painting, I absolutely love color drenching. Color drenching is when every single wall surface is the same hue. Your walls are the same hue, your crown molding, your baseboards, your ceiling, every single surface of the wall is painted in the same hue. It makes the space look considered, thoughtful, and intentional. When you're making all these decisions, they all come together, they're speaking to one another, and they're all intentional decisions that are being made to give a storied look, to help tell the story. This is the designer difference. Window coverings. Adding window coverings is an instant way to elevate your home. Drapery brings in pattern, color, and texture. They add depth. They bring in a softness and a warmth, and they help to give a polished and finished look. Think about, when it comes to your window treatments, think about mixing them up. You can have panel. Don't be afraid to layer in different types of window treatments. Think about drapery panels, you can do valances, you can do Roman shades, you can do cafe curtains in your kitchen. These are all opportunities to bring in interest and to think of your space thoughtfully and to give your space a finished and polished look. Layering adds a luxurious touch. Artwork, artwork, artwork. It is such an opportunity to elevate your home. Go big or go home. Do not be afraid of size. Do not be afraid of scale. With artwork, you can use it to create a focal point. You can use it to create drama. You can use it to layer in color and charm and personality. And again, you're gonna hear me say, tell that story. You want a home that is storied. You want a home that is curated, that is considered and intentional. And the artwork is a perfect way to bring in more personality pieces, to bring in pieces that are representative of memories, moments, perhaps you went traveling. There are so many different types of artwork. Next, think about the framing. It's not just the artwork itself, it's everything working together. So it's the artwork, it's the framing, it's the location, it's the way it's hung. All of these elements come together in such a magical and beautiful way. I know, artwork can be very expensive. You can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on artwork. And I'm not saying go and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on artwork. There are many places where you can find beautiful, inexpensive artwork. Think of your local vintage store. That is the place I love shopping. I love shopping at vintage stores because I find the most beautiful objects, decor, and art. You can also do art prints. Think about whether or not you want to put glass in front of it or not. These are all very important decisions that you need to think about when it comes to selecting your artwork. Next is the way it's hung. You can display your artwork in a traditional way where it's just hung on the wall, or you can get a bit creative, or you can have it suspended on cables, attached to a track to help you create a gallery wall. There are so many options. Also, when it comes to your artwork, don't forget about matting. It helps to tell the story and it helps to give the artwork more presence. So don't forget about your artwork. Don't forget about the type of art you get. Tip number 7 is rugs. Don't forget about your rugs. Don't forget about your flooring. Rugs bring in warmth, they bring in texture, they bring in softness, and they help to tie the look together. Rugs add dimension to a space. It makes the space feel layered. By now, you've probably heard me talking about terms like storied, layered. These are all design secrets that really help elevate your home and take it from a generic cookie cutter space where you just have furniture randomly slapped on the floor to a space that is intentional, that is considered, and has been thought through. You always want to think about the details and all the moments. It's all about the layering. You're layering in the hardware, you're layering in the lighting, you're layering in the rugs, you're layering in the artwork, and even the light temperature. These are all the ingredients to cook up a space that is beautiful and has a designer's touch. So back to rugs. Rugs help complete the space. You just want to ensure that it's the right size. Please, please, please don't buy a rug that is too small. It's going to do the exact opposite. It's going to make the space feel choppy and disconnected. When it comes to your rug, ensure that you're selecting the appropriate size for your space. Last but definitely not least is florals. Oh my goodness. Florals. Yes, florals. Don't forget about the flowers. Bringing a little bit of nature inside, it gives a polished and final and very considered look. Flowers are a very inexpensive addition with big payoff. If you look in designer magazines, you will notice almost every single picture has some form of floral arrangement, whether it's with branches or it's like a formal arrangement or it's a monochromatic arrangement with stems that are all the same. Flowers bring a polish and a finish that nothing else can. These flowers are living, they're alive, and they bring in a freshness, they bring in a softness, they bring in natural beauty. And there you go. There you have it. 8 tips that will completely transform and elevate how you live in your space. If you've made it this far, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified for more episodes. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next episode.